Pennsylvania in the Q-Tech-Q's Players Championship, presented by the American Pool Players Association. Let's meet the players. Player number 1, currently ranked number 4 in the world, if you would, from Atlanta, Georgia, Miss Helena Thornfeldt. And her opponent, the current number 1 ranked player in the world, the Irish invader, Corr.
Getting a good idea of the energy that is in this room. Helena Thornfeldt on the left, Karen Corr on the right. Watch the semifinal action. Q-Tech-Q Players Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association. This line, cable line. Thrilled to be here with you. Just on the lag and with great first. As she gets ready, we'll show you how both of these great players got to this point in the tournament. Karen started off beating Sarah Rossi 9-1. Leslie O'Hare went down. Sarah Ellaby 9-3. Gerda Hofstetter and Helena Thornfeldt back-to-back 9-8 matches to give you an idea of the toughness of Karen Corr. And then losing big time to Allison Fisher in the finals of the victors side, 1-9. She's here in this semifinal matchup and she's itching for a chance to get back at Allison. Here's Helena Thornfeldt's record up to this point. She started off against Englishwoman Kim Shaw, Kelly Oyama, Monica Webb, and Robin Dodson went down, and then lost to Karen Corr, as we said. She came back very strongly. Vivian Villarreal 9-4, and then Gerda Hofstetter 7-2. Helena Thornfeldt with something to prove. Wants to get back at Karen Corr, who defeated her in this tournament. One of these two players, as I said, went on against Allison Fisher in the finals. This is going to be one super match. Easy break over by Karen.
Possibly hit the two. It's going to be very close. No, I don't think she can. Looking over her head here, you can see she can't hit it. So you definitely have to push out. But it is amazing to me how well Karen studies the break and has learned how to break, making that one ball on the side consistently. As you can see here, she blocked the 3 and the 9.
Yes.
She's looking at the possibility perhaps of kicking, trying to kick the safe from behind into the cushion, hit the stick right there, and send two ball out from the opposite side of the table. This move is kind of surprising me here. Why is she able to hit this shot? Very surprising. That was an excellent shot. Well, that was a pretty risky shot to start out.
But that's something that she has done so well. The last year we'll talk about this. Take a look at the table. We'll talk about this a lot, about the year that Karen Corr had in 2001. She, I think, feels confident in almost any shot she's going to hit.
She does, but she's also known for playing the smart shot, playing the correct shot all the time, the higher percentage shot. And, well, it was a very aggressive move on Karen's part. We'll see if it pays off.
Yes.
And both of these players have taken extensions now in this first rack. This will give you time to sort of quickly about the game. Race to 7. 30-second shot clock on each player with that one extension per racket. All fouls. Said, great tournament so far. Tough matches. Absolutely great to be here. 4 ranked players in the world. Rankings.
10.
Which is amazing to me that she has not won one since 1987, because she is just such an incredibly strong competitor. Obviously last year nobody had a chance to win any tournaments because Karen pretty much took care of that by herself. But Helena's just a tremendous player, tremendous competitor, and she'll have plenty of championships to come, I'm sure.
It makes it easy to remember who won last year in 2001 on tour. Back to safety.
She wanted this 2 ball to stay more where it was that behind the 3 and had to keep up and down, possibly behind the 4 or the 7. In this situation, she's going to have to just, Helena's going to just bear down, try to pocket this 2 ball from the side pocket. When you shoot this, she's going to try to play for the 3 ball on the opposite side. Because you want to play with the correct speed. The only thing you want to do, what I was going to say was you want to play it, if anything, to the other side of the pocket, where if you miss it, it's before the side, it goes up table. playing the correct side to leave it on the other side. But obviously, Helena went all offensive there and felt that she was going to make it.
A little bit of jockeying back and forth in this first rack. No. Oh, yes. A little bit of pocket shoot. It looks like it's going to hang up there. While she takes a look at it, as mentioned, it's great playing equipment. Players will be playing on the best in the world. Brunswick billiards, Montebello tables, Centennial balls by Brunswick, Simona's 860 cloth, and the Sardo tight rack. A lot of great products. Thank all of them. Karen Corr, Valley Money in Northern Ireland, now living in northeast Philadelphia, Easterville. And a long journey as well. I called the big
Well, I can relate to it coming over from Europe and coming over here to play. It's a pretty different world all the way around. It takes you a while to get used to it. But I would say Karen's from Philadelphia, States back now. She solved this rack beautifully. Sure she comes back. Draws the cue ball back. A simple shot from the 8 where the cue ball was now.
For those of you watching at home, maybe the beginning of their play, both of these players will watch, pay particular attention to how still Karen Corr stays. Her head stays incredibly still.
It's true. She just has the perfect timing. Very solid. Beautiful stroke. You can't pick her game apart. I mean, it's rock solid all the way around.
Over Helena Thornfeldt here in Valley Forge. When you get to this level of competition, something from the outside often can turn a player's career. Helena Thornfeldt has had a chance to work with somebody very special in the pursuit of excellence.
Yeah, I'm fortunate enough to live in the same city in Atlanta as Johnny Archer, which is one of the greatest pool player ever lived. And he's a very good friend of mine, and we practice together sometime. And just being around a champion like that, he was voted Player of the Decade last decade. I mean, he's just a true champion, and just hanging out with him and playing with him is just unbelievable experience, and it's great.
The QTech Q's Players Championship was brought to you by QTech Q's, serious Q's for serious players. By Brunswick Billiards since 1845, the established series of craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool. Look at that Montebello table by Brunswick, and the #1 player in the world standing over it, Karen Corr. At the table, up by a game here against Helena Thornfeldt, 2-1 in the race to 7. One of these players will move into the finals of the QTech Q's Players Championship in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. 8 lines and 8 lines.
That one ball on the side is just amazing how steady she is with it. She expected a better shot when she turned around to go to get her breakthrough. She expected a better shot here at the 2. As you can see, she does have an open shot at the 2, but even if she can make it, it's tough to get up to the other side of the table for the 3. She's hoping for a little bit straight around shot on the 2 than that. Great shot, and she has no fear for those long shots.
She just looks so steady. Really does. We talked about this a lot, building the foundation,
Right.
from the ground up. She just looks like a confidence. whistle. So
Well, playing snooker, you see that with all the snooker players, is that they all are taught from a very, very early age the correct fundamentals right off the bat. And they all have the same stance, very similar strokes. And as I say that,
of course, the
very
broadcasting.
uncharacteristic miss by Karen. However, Karen is so steady making noise. It's almost surprised when she does miss one once in a while. And Helena didn't really get a shot here, but she has a good chance to play safe. Just then this 3 on the left and split the 3 and the cue ball. That's 3 balls there. Just like that.
It's always interesting to see which players are facing kind of as part of the training. You know they should play safe, but maybe rail at it, try to bank it, get the forehand in your pockets, and get the strength, patience.
Absolutely. And both these players have a tremendous respect for each other. They played early in the tournament, and Karen just barely squeaked by in 1 minute. So, Karen has a lot of respect for Helena's game. She's very smart game, and nobody's going to go for a chance of shots here, as we've seen before, and a lot of safety back and forth.
I like the way Helena looks. And see, sometimes the look like she's a little unhappy, disappointed, or whatever, but she seems to be in a place, even though she missed that shot, she seems to be in a place where she's really in the match. Very focused and concentrated. Even that reaction to the miss. Before, a couple, 2-3 years ago, she might have shown a lot more discipline.
Yeah, I
Back to
think
her seat and says, okay, I missed it.
I think she's just ready to win. She's really, really ready. She's done all her homework. She's practiced a lot with Johnny Archer now. Johnny, who was probably player of the decade, a real great champion. We've been playing a lot in Georgia, where they both reside. And really,
And a very, very appreciative crowd. We might mention that a lot of these players, there's a billiards expo here in Valley Forge. A lot of them are pool players, a lot of them members of the American Pool Players Association. They're not only playing and interested in the game, but volunteered this week helping out at this event. And a big debt of thanks. Great to see them here. And they really add a lot of the atmosphere.
they really do. And the fact that there's over 40 million people playing this game, there's just, players of all different levels, all the way from pros to beginners to the juniors. There's a junior division here. And it's just really see the future of played and being promoted to this level.
Karen looks like she's opened the rack up now. 1 game apiece. Sorry, Karen, we're up 2-1. Really nice.
Major mistake here. Stopped just in time from being straight in. The last place she wanted to be straight in. She wanted to be in this area so she could just make the 7 and float up anywhere here for the 8. And fortunately for Karen, it didn't go all the way down to where she was straight in. She's definitely straighter than she wanted to be. Draw this, we've got a left swing and back out to the a really good shot there, Mitch, on the 7 to get up to the 8. But again, she has more work to do than she wanted. She's going to have to put the 8 ball on the side and then do some work. She walk all the way down to one end of the table and come back down to the mound.
There is a serious Karen Corr. Looks to me like she just forward that stare right through. Exactly what she wants to do with it in her mind. And then lets her It was a phenomenal year in 2001 for Karen Corr. It'd be interesting to find out whether now having the title of #1 player in the world, is there any pressure as far as keeping that?
Yeah, there's extra pressure. I mean, the competition's getting better. I've been practicing hard. This has been the first tournament after a couple of months break, so I've just been practicing hard and trying to keep on top of the game and, you know, make the best of it, really.
Welcome back. I am thrilled to be joined in the booth by a legendary player. That's the only way that I can put it. Lori John Jones is joining Ava and I. Great tournament for you. You finished 7th, 8th. I know you'd like to be a little further along, but it was a really, really good tournament. It felt like you played pretty solid 9-ball and had some
Absolutely.
great matches.
I thank you, because it was a very hard day. I played 14 hours.
Wow.
So I was very tired by 12:30 last night.
Yeah, you're not complaining about that. I mean, isn't
not
it
at
every
all.
sport that you have to play 14 hours?
Absolutely. And they don't think you have to be in good shape to play pool.
Isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
It's incredible to me. I think everybody at home, you should just try to bend over in a pool stance and just stay that way for 8 or 10 hours and see how you feel. We're glad you're up here. Great match going on. Nice soft break again. Let's see. I don't think this time anything. Elena will get a chance at the table.
Seems to be a lot of safeties in the beginning of the matches, you know, the games that I've been seeing. And Karen obviously has won all of those safeties.
She's been so strong making that one ball in the side pocket on the break, and this time she just hit it a little bit too thin, a little bit off, and the one ball went up table instead. But she's been very solid. We were just talking about that, making that one ball on the side consistent. All year last year, actually.
Yeah.
And keeping control of the table and then backing it up with either run outs or great safeties.
In the matches, I was thinking that this scenario has happened a lot last year. Allison's on the winner side, and Karen goes to play this position and has won. And I just find it's going to be a very interesting final if Karen gets in there again.
Well, that relationship has been building, the one between Karen Corr and Allison Fisher. It's been there for a while in the snooker world. Now it's here in the 9-ball world. Elena, we were talking about earlier, John has won in a while. She's incredibly hungry. So I think all these scenarios of people who want to get there, it's a great feeling of competition. And both of you appreciate it because you've been around for it.
Yes.
Make sure that Karen get 5 to 6.
It takes so much out of you to reach #1 position that to stay there from anything to that. That's why it's so amazing what Allison Fisher accomplished.
Absolutely.
To be able to stay there for 6, 7 years is unheard of because it takes everything you've got to get there, and then everybody's firing at you. You tend to let down from there. And that's what's going to be interesting to see.
I was going to say, both of you players, Ava and Lori John, you've been #1 in the world. You know what it takes to get there. Is there a letdown?
Much more difficult to stay there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Much more difficult to stay there.
Yeah. So you're looking for, I guess you're just looking to see what Karen's going to do. And
Exactly.
Deals with it. It didn't take her that long.
You hate to
Even in
think about it.
1998.
Right. But when you get to #1, it's like you have something to fire at, and then you do. And then when you get there, you have to stay there. And it's very difficult. I find it, yeah. Yeah. You just keep it there.
Karen here played a good safety on Helena. It looks like Helena's going to go ahead and try to kick all the way down here and come back, try to hit the 3-ball. Not an easy kick by any means.
Both of these players are very, very skilled in part of the safety.
As well as kicking. I know Helena's one of the better kickers on the tour. She kicks at balls and plays you safety back, or if not making the ball.
And certainly, Karen, I was struck in the last couple of years by how much Karen uses the safety as an offensive weapon. It's not just you don't really have a shot and try to hook something. She really, I think it wears you down after.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because she wants you to get tired. If she knows that you're an offensive player, she's going to play safeties on you. And you're going to get tired. By the time you get a shot, you're so excited to shoot that you miss.
So it changes the whole rhythm of the play.
Exactly.
Forces you to make mistakes over and over and over. It's one of her major strengths.
Yes, we know it. I know
Yeah,
it
I
at
know,
least.
I know, I know.
And there's the look between the two of you. She's doing exactly what all of a sudden you realize you should take this game.
Yes.
And now her position, I've got to make something.
Her position is phenomenal. Her positioning on each ball and how easy this shot is. I've been very impressed watching her in the past year. She got away with that. She kicked that as I make that statement. Exactly.
Trust me, no matter what you say, the opposite will happen.
Well, she got away with it.
Well, you need that too.
She's opened this up where she has a good run here, making the 6 down in the corner. All she needs to do is drift up just a little bit for the 7 inside. And she should be coming through. I think she got a little short there.
She did. She's on a little bit of an angle. Not the angle that she wants to be on the 7 ball.
We have to do some fancy footwork with the cue ball here, sending it down to the other side and come back up. It looks like it's just too much angle just to be rolled off and stopped.
Yes. Perfect.
One of the things that I've noticed about her, and it's a mark of a champion, both of you have had also done certainly, and that is if you get a little bit out of line, you don't have a perfect position, find a way to make it.
Absolutely. You come with a little bit of a harder shot, so your next shot is a little bit easier. That's exactly what she did there.
This 9 would be for a 3-rack lead, 3 racks in a row for Karen Corr. Again, can't say it enough. If you're Helena Thornfeldt, you do not want this steamroller to get going. Helena twirling those fingers, sitting down, and that is all she can do.
Very difficult about our sport is just sitting there watching the other person run out. Thank you for having me here.
Congratulations on a great tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And now let's take a look at the other top finishers brought to you by the American Players Association. On this page, you see the names. 2000 WPBA World Champion, Rachel Kelly. And on this page, a couple of names you may not have seen before. One of them, a great tour veteran all the way from Canada, Marie Cito, a good finish for her, and Kim Shaw, all the way from England, another in a long line, but is rapidly becoming a long line of great snooker players who are now playing full-time on the WPBA Tour. Karen Corr loves it here in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, the site of her first WPBA Tour victory in 2000. Won it again last year, the two-time defending Kentucky Players Champion. She got 4-1 against Helena Thornfeldt, race 7. Should she win or Helena win? They would face Allison Fisher, who's waiting undefeated in the finals. Trust me, Karen wants nothing more than another shot at Allison.
break. She involved in corner pocket after the 7. You can see here she has an open shot at the 1. 2 ball, as it usually is left down here. She's going to have the cue ball go all the way around the table. I mean, the cue ball come all the way down to the 2.
As we look at the shot down the cue, Karen Corr mentioned Ava. Let's take another look. You know, I was thinking we get so low watching Karen play sometimes. She gets some steady, often conservative game. You forget that she's got this capability too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that was an incredible shot. Playing the cue ball control from all the way down.
Wow. Crowd loved it. I was going to say that Larry John Jones something that you didn't really want to mention while she was there because she's such a shy and modest thing. But just after, and still in the midst of an absolutely fabulous career, as I said, a legendary career, has just been nominated for the BCA Hall of Fame.
Not a moment too soon. It was just tremendous to hear that finally happened.
Couldn't agree with you more. So we do send our congratulations out to Lori Todd. Anxiously waiting to see if, and I think when, that happens.
Definitely. Very, very near future in the Hall of Fame. Will it be this year? I'm hoping, and I think it will be, but if not, definitely by next year.
For a long time, the youngest person ever to hold a world championship title was Larry John Jones.
In any sport.
In any sport, until Tara Lipinski won the world championship figure skating. We're looking at Karen Corr now. It's funny, but all of a sudden I realize you watch the table and there's Karen. She didn't either a whole lot.
Keeps on trucking.
Around this rack.
And even though balls are right there, the 5 balls right by the pocket, and so is the 6. Karen's not taking any chances. Very smart, and I'm sure she's going to have a rectangle on the next ball. Again, we're going to straight in on the shot like this. She's going to have the angle to be able to use the rail to come back up. Here's where you kind of pick a pocket. Wherever she feels comfortable, she's going to get the 3 ball up to. She's going to play with 8 ball in the corner, 3 ball to the side.
After winning her double course in 2000, opened the door. 3 WPBA wins in 2000 and a sweep in 2001. Every WPBA Tour event named Karen Corr first place in the end every week. Against a level of play.
It's just incredible.
All of them great.
And Karen has won. It's not like she's won 9-1, 9-2. It's not like she's, that incredible of a player. She has shown so much heart. Won a lot of 9-8 matches, 9-7, 7-6 on the TV matches. It's just been great to watch.
Helena has the capability if she can get to the table. Getting a look at something that has absolutely become a household word, the Sardo tight rack. One press down, perfect rack every time. you see two very, very opposite ends of the spectrum. Elena Thornfeldt on the right, just kind of hanging around, flicking the chalk around, kind of staring out, looking around, and here, Karen Corr, chalking up, and already that mind is working big time at the table. Another reason for this, Karen's up 5-1 now in a race to 7. She's run off 4 racks in a row, one way or another, against Helena. Helena's had shot. Turned out at the end of the rack. Karen standing. 5-1. Move into the final.
Well, Karen made the ball on the break. As you can see here, she lost control of the cue ball being on that end, the one ball being weighed up here. So she's going to have to play a safety in this shot. She didn't hit those balls with a lot of power at all that time. She's a little softer break than she usually has, and she went off. Like I said, therefore missing the one ball on the side and also having the cue ball all the way to the end. That's the last thing you want to see when you're playing, is that have cue ball on one side and the object ball at the other.
Quicker extension there. Remember, each player with 1 30-second extension per rack. 30-second shot clock.
Oh.
Very, very surprising there to watch the 4 go in.
You will see that happen from time to time. The left-hand English will force the cue ball ever so slightly over to the right as it is on its way to make contact with the object ball. So even though you have a clear shot to hit the one, and you're aiming it just fine, the ball is going to curve over once you hit the ball.
Now you're frustrated. You've got ball in hand on the one, looking at the 2 behind the table there, ready for the ball.
Man, that's no fun when you're tied up to 7 like that.
And behind by 4 racks. Gotta make that. I can't imagine her going for any kind of shot. Like you said, I'm sure she was very anxious to get back on the scoreboard a little bit, trying to snatch back up. She was just biding time. Let's see this from this angle. She's sitting on the table, shooting a masse shot here, coming down on the ball, and watch the cue ball turn. That's another interesting thing. Go.
Snooker, you don't have to get a cushion after contact. You can actually literally roll the cue ball up onto another ball without having something to the rail. So that's a really cool. Obviously, it's kind of very familiar with that here, but
There's a lot of skills in touching the ball.
it's one shot.
This is what Helena wants when she plays that safety. She's going for another one right here.
She may, but she didn't really have an option to play offensively there because the 2 balls didn't go in any pocket. So she again took her time, hoping that Karen is going to make another mistake and hopefully give her the ball in hand, and then she can go for the offensive ball. And again, she tried a very smart shot there by just rolling it up. She was hoping to put the 2 ball fuller, leave no shot for Helena. Instead, she left an opportunity to shoot the 2 ball down here, and you can see the 3 balls in the center of the table. So all Helena needs to do here is make sure she makes this long tough shot down the rail and roll the 2 ball out.
You could see it. That side rail going down.
It's not an easy shot. Anytime you have to send the object ball that long a distance, it's easy to do.
It's funny because when you look at it, you think, oh, this is pretty straight.
Yeah. And it's not. It's a much easier shot to do a stop shot. You do authority as opposed to lagging it up like that. But
Look at where she went there.
you notice something too. not hitting the ball to the same level.
Well, it's been a tough match for her.
It has.
So great. The first couple of games, the first rack she couldn't get any shot at the ball. She missed a shot on the 2, and then that was the end of that rack. Karen took that. And then safety play in the second round, back and forth, and really get a chance to open it up. And Karen, third rack was big. There was never really a chance to get going, and now Karen's all of a sudden at 5-1.
And as like Laura John pointed out earlier, is that is one of the strengths of Karen's game. She will keep you frustrated. She will play so many safeties and you find you do get an offensive shot. A lot of times you'll miss just like Elena just did on that 2 ball. If you're not ready for the offensive shot, you're not ready to score out. Karen's still in that work here. She's going to come in and ball on 6. The fact that the coverage is really how it is. Well, she hit the 7, but not enough of it. The best she would have banked, but more likely she was playing safe.
Elena looks like she will get another chance at the table. Remains to be seen what she's going to have left when she gets there.
Well, Helena's just happy to have it. You bet. And I don't know, but being outside the games you won here, you really feel like you won the whole this bank. Obviously, there's a safety where you can try to place the cue ball behind the 9, play it safe, but there's got to be this too strong a hold to get up to this long rail bank. Top of it is broken position on the 9.
This crowd wants Helena to be in this match. Get a look at Steve Tipton placing his beautiful centennial balls into the rack. We want to thank Brunswick Billiards for those centennial balls. Helena Thornfeldt trying to capitalize on an absolutely fabulous rack of line ball that she just played and raised back to get it back to 3-5. After Karen Corr won 4 racks in a row to get to 5-1. Helena's gotten the last 2 to get to 3-5. Just fighting for her life now to get to 7. Big break. Let's see if she gets lucky here. And I don't think so, Ava.
So we're now talking the ball there. And I don't know what kind of shot Karen has on the 1 here. I don't think she's maxed it. Well, she may be able to make it. And have to watch for a double hit here, making the 1 ball here. But look what you got down on the other side of the table. You have the 2-9. And this is going to be interesting what Karen's going to do here. I don't think she's going to go. She's going to go ahead and play safety. Try to spin the cue ball back behind the cluster ball to your right. She didn't hit it quite quick enough, but at least she's blocking the shot for Helena.
Very unusual in this match. Helena Thornfeldt has yet to make a ball on the break. She's had 3 chances, has not made a ball yet. So you've got the #1 player in the world sitting in the other chair, and you're letting them get to the table.
It's tough to constantly give up the first shot because that sets the whole tone for the rest of the rack. Who gets control first? Helena's going to try to spin this on the left-hand side, spin the cue ball all the way around the table and height through the cluster. She's just solid.
Karen Corr has ball in hand. Instead, he's got this to deal with. I kind of feel things turning a little bit here, Ava. You feel Helena getting a little bit of confidence,
She definitely
a little
has the momentum.
Karen
Sure.
kind of wondering, all right, we're on a roll. Now what?
Now Karen needs to go back to that steady, smart playing self of hers, where she just was threes, and they were really, really hard hit. Many players will lose their composure at this point, where somebody like Elena is firing back at them like that. So Karen's not one of those. Karen's going to be strong. Not even fighting at this point. Just going to make sure that they won't get that 2-9 combination. Because Elena didn't go as she was at the table. She did that partly because it was hard to hit one ball, but also because she had a group of balls down the right-hand part of the table. It was a tough run-up, and therefore Elena is doing something else that she normally wouldn't do, which is go for this difficult 1-9 combination. And again, the reason she's going for it, she has two ways of looking at this. If she misses it, what she's hoping to do is stop the cue ball right there. And if the one ball misses the 9 and goes over to the other side of the table again, then safety even if she misses this 9. She might as well go the opposite shot and do that right. Very smart shot. Oh, she missed it, and there you have the save. Great shot. They really care that she didn't make the 9. It would have been a nice bonus.
Both players in the last shots they had shaking their heads like, oh, there's a whole lot of punch.
Karen is doing something that hit it, but she was hitting it so soft. Maybe she would be trying to make sure to make contact. Get a little fortunate and I'll be the shot for her.
One right there, two right there, and again, cluster of balls.
Well, it's interesting because now that you look at it, she was right there. In 5, the 4 ball is right here. This is the ball that she can actually make that into the 4 pocket, and she may be able to break up the 5, 7, and 6. And maybe it's a position for a 5-7 combination. So maybe see an opening from the top of the 4 ball is knocked out in the opening. She may be able to create something depends on what combination is in 4. And again, we spoke before, this is not a straight in and out, it really comes in hand. Just knowing how to move around the ball, how to kick without disturbing them too much.
She is exceptional right there. Grabbed the chalk off the table and shook her head.
She wanted to get an angle to range the balls, but I think if it turned out, this could be the best thing that happened to her, because now she can roll the 4 ball in, and then play the 5 ball down in this corner, the real past 5 to 6. So it may not be all bad.
All delicate at this point. She'll still have some work to do in the 6 and 7.
She will, because the 6 won't pass, but she'll have a couple of options. She can either try to draw the cue ball into the 7, to make sure she gets it, or just follow this 5 into the 6 and make sure the 6 has a chance to go off the rail again and make a shot at the same combination.
Wow.
But sometimes, you know, she failed to get position on the 4 where she wanted, and she turned it around and turned out to be the best thing that happened.
And it's like you said, the one thing about that score is even though she's down 5-1, 5-2, not getting down, not being out of the match yet, is her ability to take what she is given.
Right.
She wasn't in perfect position, she thought, because there was nothing else to do.
Just keeping her composure, and that's what a lot of times what separates a great player from a champion, somebody who brings collegiate and consistency, somebody who keeps her composure, instead of downing herself and making failing to do exactly what you want to do.
Big boost here for Elena Thornfeldt tonight. Players Championship is brought to you by Tech Cubes, serious games for serious players. By Brunswick Billiards. Since 1845, the standard of billiard craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. And by the WPBA. Enter the world of British professional pool at WPBA.com. Karen Corr, her work almost done here, and I say almost, that is a key word. Elena Thornfeldt is showing that she is not going to do anything else for the number one player in the world. Karen Corr 6-4 in the race to 7, 1 game away from moving into the finals against Allison Fisher. Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, Look at that break here.
Well, that was the perfect break. Making one ball on the side, she made an additional ball, and look at the shot she has at the 2 here, wide open. And all she has to do is get positioned for this 3, playing the opposite corner pocket. Elena may not have a chance to get back to the table again.
3 balls on the break. What time to do that? Beautiful touch there. A little bit of a concern look in her face.
Yeah, she's a little straighter than she wanted. She wanted to be able to come up right about in here so she can make the 3 ball in the corner and drift out in this area for the board. But she still should be okay. Just draw the cue ball back a little bit. Take more of an angle on the floor. I think she'll be fine.
2001 Player of the Year on the WPBA Tour. 5 consecutive Classic Tour titles, plus the WPBA National Championship, second World Championship, second PCA Open. Pretty good year for Karen.
Not too bad. Karen has, this is a typical snooker decision she made there. To go ahead and make the 4 ball all the way down in the corner. Most pool players would have just taken the cut shot the opposite direction. She's going to take a long cut shot down the rail.
Strokes all the way through. She needs like 2 out there. You can tell as soon as she hit it, she never.
Check a little shake it.
Yeah.
Well, she got away with it, and here she has just an opportunity to get it back up on the 7.
Valley Forge, a lot of them in the American Players Association. They've been here all week in full support of this event. They volunteered for the event. Quite a while now. 1 ball left into the finals.
She can never get around the career. She big ball, spare one, big one, and very big shot, and everything in good shape. Then she decided to bang the 2 ball or down like that game, and it is 1 by 1 down. Number 2 player, what we want was sub spot.